What's up, guys? Sean here, and this is MotoStories, where I drive around on some random bike that I find in the shop. Today it happens to be a beautiful 2004 Harley-Davidson Fat Boy. And I just drove around on a windy day and nothing happened, so watch that video. Tell me what you think, because I kind of busted that myth in a way. I don't know. Maybe someone knows something I don't know. But I didn't die. And so I got a great story for you. This just happened this weekend. And so we just got my Volvo back. My wife drives. I put my wife in a Volvo 2004 XC70. It's the 5th one I've had. And as much as I kind of like Volvos, and everyone says Volvos are so safe and reliable. They're safe. I know they're safe. Reliable? I don't know. Because like 3 out of the 4 Volvos I've had all had major engine failures. And I changed my timing belt. I changed my oil. I maintain these things. Most of the time I just take them to Volvo maintains them. One was only burned a valve somehow. It was only running on like 3.5 cylinders. 3.5 because the one cylinder had no compression. The other cylinder had half compression. The other one, the water pump failed, and that broke timing belt. And I forget what happened to the other one. I forget. Maybe I wrecked that one. But so I just got my Volvo back. And we just put a new head on it. It was a big deal. And I got my kids in the back, and I'm driving over to my friend's house. I open up the door, and it's cold. It's cold now. It's like 20 degrees out, you know what I mean? It's not warm. The car is warm inside. I open up my door, and I go to step out, and right before I go to close the door, and I put the keys inside the car because I was going to keep the door open. It was a nice neighborhood. And I normally just keep the door open with the keys in it, and right before I close the door, click, the door's locked. And I'm like, how did this happen? Like, what just happened? Why did the doors lock? The keys are in. I go and check every single door, even the hatch. They're all locked. My 2 little children, not quite 4 and not quite 2, are in their car seats in the car. So I start. It's dark out, you know, and there's no safety issue, you know, right away of them freezing to death. The car was warm. It's extremely insulated to the point that if they're crying and you shut the door, you don't hear anything. You're like, oh wow, they stopped crying. Then you look at them, you're like, no, you can't hear anything. And so what I do is, all right, so I'm trying to talk to my son, and I'm like, listen, this is how. I'm like, okay, can you pull the little thing up to open up the door? And he's reaching back, and he can't do it. I'm like, come on, try it again, buddy. And he can't do it. I'm like, oh, come on, try it again. And he can't do it. And then I'm like, okay, go reach up and pull the doorknob. He goes up, he can pull it halfway, and then his hand slips. And I'm like, come on, buddy, it's real important. And he tries it again, and his hand slips. I'm like, come on, try it again. And his hand slips. And by this point, my daughter, she's 2, and she starts crying a little bit. And I'm like, it's okay, it's okay. Instantly, my mind goes to, I gotta break a window. What's the cheapest window for me to break that's not next to one of my kids, so I can just pop it, get the kids out, deal with this. I'll deal with this whole problem next week. My kids won't be trapped in a car. That's where my mind goes. I guess I'm a guy. I gotta break something really quick. And then it's like, how do I break the window? Do I roundhouse kick it? Have you ever tried to roundhouse kick a window in a car? It's so hard to do. I've tried it. My buddy had a beat up, broken old, I wasn't beat up until we beat it up, but it was a Pontiac Bonneville that his mom gave him, like a 92. We cut the roof off and we took it off road and stuff. And one point in time, we're like, yo, let's roundhouse kick and bust the window. It was so hard to do it. Like, I couldn't do it. Even with big boots, big, thick boots, you try roundhouse kicking to break a window, man, if you could do it, that's impressive. And that's a side window. I think it's like a tempered glass type of stuff. But man, my mind goes, I gotta break the window. And then I go tell my buddy, I'm like, hey man, I'm trying to figure out what window's the cheapest one to break. My kids are locked in the car. He's like, whoa, let's call AAA. I'm like, AAA, it'll be like half an hour before they get out here. By then, I don't want my kids just sitting there crying for a half an hour thinking I left them or like it's a scary situation. Now I'll just break a window. That'll relieve all fear of the situation. At this point in time, his wife comes out. She's like, let me see if I can try to talk him to help him out, to help my son out. And her idea is to get him I got him to unbuckle the top buckle, but he couldn't get the red buckle to undo it. So we get him to put his arms through the straps, which gives him a lot more room and maneuverability. And then he was able to press the red button and pop one of those like thigh straps off. From there, he climbed out. He couldn't get the other one out, but he climbed out of it, walked up to the front, popped the door open. He was the hero of the day. It was amazing. So the whole thing took like 10 minutes. Less than 10 minutes. It was really no big deal. But I was definitely, I don't know why. Let me know what you guys would have done. And not like this preventative maintenance stuff. Like, oh, I would have had a spare key or something. You know what I mean? What would you have done in that situation that I was in? But, so my best idea was, man, break a window, probably like $250 to replace the window. Not that big of a deal. I saved my kids. I'm the hero. But what happened was definitely better. My son got out. He saved the day. He's a hero. I owe him my life. Alright guys, that is MotoStories with Sean from Srkcycles and Bikes and Beards. We'll see you guys later. Subscribe.